For you, John Paul, we recommend the love exercises, opening your heart, drawing more people in, trusting yourself, and you might want to get some body work. A massage, perhaps some reflexology, some shiatsu, anything of this nature, even regression, something to move the energy, to help you like have other facilitators hear your story. But don't get stuck on your story. Make a new story. Because after a while those old stories get to be boring. And if they are boring in this lifetime, it means you are doing the same story over and over again in many lifetimes. Go on a vision quest. Take a risk. Some people, if it's your predilection, like to take a substance from the living library and connect. Go out there to the cosmos, connect to the inner earth. It's up to you. But don't do what you are doing. Stop doing it. Start something new. Go out dancing. Not crazy dancing, nice dancing. Or have joined some friends who build campfires under the moonlight and play the harmonicas or guitars or tell stories. You have to desire to reconnect, because if you do not, John Paul, you will wander a long time. Why do we say this to him? The nanosecond is a stage of opportunity, and every person on the planet is here to break out of their limitations and to imagine a new horizon, a new dawn, and to walk into it. If you skip it and you get stuck and you cannot resolve old things, whether they are the hillbilly feuds or tribal feuds or wounds from time or family violence, you will only find yourself in the same situation. You must change the pattern for your family so that the violence stops. You do that by healing yourself, not continuing the loop of insanity. Questions, please.
Okay, some people, like the big movie that came out, when they think about 2012, they say that the Earth's crust, which is only 20 to 40 miles thick, will loosen up enough to slide over the liquid core. And of course the axis of spin has stupendous gyroscopic force and will keep the axis of spin in the same place, but the crust will rotate over the liquid core, and
floating.
The axis of spin will find a different piece of real estate under it, and oceans will slosh over continents, and there'll be huge tsunamis, and 99.9% of civilization will be wiped out. And
we don't agree with that scenario, but continue.
Okay, well, I'm not sure that I do either. That's why I'm bringing up the question to get your perspective on what to say to people who have that point of view that that's inevitably what's going to happen.
Well, let's say this. If you think something's inevitable, then somehow you end up creating the probability based on your own certainty, either positive or negative. You follow?
Yes.
And so what you are hearing is people are afraid of being alive. They are afraid of Earth. They are afraid of their body. And this is very, very sad, because Earth is a home. Your body is your way you experience Earth. And to have fear of Earth, fear of the sun, fear of the body, this does not bode well for humanity. So people who have that fear and choose to exude that emotion could end up creating the fears they need in their own probability. And it does not necessarily mean that all this is going to slip and slide, although there are, as you well know, Louis, you are in a very stressful volcanic earth movement, stress from the planets. So there are certainly activities and tsunamis. Again, Chiron in Pisces, and then Uranus and Jupiter are going to retrograde back into Pisces. How about some big, shocking, surprising wounds from the ocean that could be translated as tsunamis? Yes. These things are possible, but we are not seeing that you are going to get a planetary wipeout. You are going to create a few series of events that are going to shock and really, really make people take a new course. You know, this oil spill, You ask the children about it, the teenagers that are texting all the time, they don't even know it's happened. There are many people that are totally oblivious to what has transpired. So that means they have to have bigger events to capture everyone's attention. But rest at ease, that even though the global elite want to wipe out this much, the power of the human spirit is strong. And you are not alone, you are not singular. There's a lot of energy here wanting to make this happen, this raising of consciousness, not just for a few, but for many. Who else has a question, please?
Garrett.
Garrett?
Yes. We were talking earlier about the Orions and that, and you said you were going to continue.
That is true. What did you bring up about Orion? So you brought up that President Eisenhower allegedly signed an agreement. Yes, a treaty.
With the Orions and supposedly a federation, and then you did talk about some of the technology that they gave, the Orions gave us, and of course the Illuminati, they snagged it up. And none of the people have seen. They've heard of it, like I've heard of it. But
yes.
You know the.
Well, we were talking about the cube.
Yeah, the cube, and then they also the jump room technology. It's all wormhole technology.
Yes, they have wormhole or moving through time. They have small devices like mirrors or little boxes that literally can open up into timeline. So the Orions come from the constellation of Orion, which of course is the Archer, and it is always pointing its arrow at the Pleiades. Have you noticed that? At Aldebaran, yes. And so you have Orion, you have the upper points, the lower points, the three stars at the belt, yes. Betelgeuse at the bottom, lots of power in Orion. Orion is recognized as a forceful place in the cosmos. It has been said that through the belt of Orion, many wormholes open and beings enter from other realities and can come sort of making space fold, and then they come off the bridge or the belt of Orion. It is fascinating where our proximities are in the heavens. Which is true, that follow the belt of Orion and you will find the Pleiades. Aldebaran first, the Eye of the Bull, big red star, and then many other stars, and then in the back, this is the whole sign of Taurus now, and then on the back of the bull you have the sign of the Pleiades. And Pleiades have been called the hens, the chicks, the seven sisters, the little sisters, the Atlantides. We have a long recognition on your planet. And again, some of the influence has been good, some of it has been not so good. What else do you want to know about the cosmos?
The concept of this federation. Is there really a federation out there?
Someone always brings that up. You have something that has been called the Ashtar Command. Nonsense, mind control nonsense. Do not get mixed up with that. You have the Galactic Federation. Every once in a while we get a newbie, someone who thinks they know so much and they want to challenge us. Are you part of the Galactic Federation? Well, we know right away where their heads are at. They know nothing. They're all fixated on words and ideas, but nothing has been integrated. Of course, just as you have people and countries coalescing on your Earth, you have different factions in the cosmos who have battled each other, who have formed what you call federation, and we use the term very loosely. We are not going to say the federation, because there are forces that ally and then break up, and it is, you have the expression on your planet, as above, so below.